It's about that time that we chat WWE Wrestlepalooza. We are just days away from this PLE, and it is also the first PLE with WWE's new deal on ESPN. So, this is looking like it's going to be a big show. For the most part, each and every single match on this card looks to kind of be of a pretty big deal. But let's get to it. Today, we're going to look at some predictions and thoughts heading into WrestlePalooza. So, I'm going to kick things off, by the way, with one of the matches that I really think will be match of the night if they allow this match the time that it should get, if they allow them to go full throttle, and that is Io Sky versus Stephanie Vaquer. So this match, unfortunately, did not have the best build. We all know that. I mean, there was very limited interactions between Io and Stephanie. Stephanie won the Battle Royal at Evolution to earn this spot. She was supposed to have this match against Naomi, but Naomi got pregnant, and then Naomi was supposed to have a match with Io Sky, but she wasn't able to do that either. So all in all, they landed on Io versus Stephanie, which was the right way to go given the circumstances that went down. However, since then, the build kind of stunk. And really, it stunk because we rarely saw Stephanie on TV. It wasn't literally until last night's Monday Night Raw that we finally got to see some action between these ladies, with Stephanie defeating Kairi Sane and both of them having a stare down in the ring as well as also backstage. So I do wish that both of these girls had more time, some more face-to-face time. I wish they had some promos against each other, but hey, I guess that's where we're at. I'm guessing they didn't do it due to the language barriers. I'm not really too sure, but regardless, we know that wrestling is both of their first language, and we're going to be seeing them have a match at WrestlePalooza. Now, as much as I would love to see Stephanie win cleanly and defeat Io Sky, I don't think that's the way that it's going to go down. Given the way that Asuka has been all up on Io's business, like that girl is one major toxica. She is literally, I'm pretty sure she's going to get involved in this match somehow, and I think she's going to end up costing Io Sky her title. I mean, that's the title because it's vacant, but I do not think that Stephanie is going to win cleanly, even though I would love to see it that way. I just don't think that's the way it's going to end up going down. I think she's going to have some help, even though she doesn't actually want it. So it's more so going to be about screwing Io Sky than actually helping Stephanie. So you guys know how that all works, but that's pretty much what I'm expecting, and I'm expecting it to be match of the night. Now, what I hope comes of this afterwards, though, is that Stephanie wins, and I hope to God, fingers crossed, that they actually book her properly on Monday Night Raw. And by that, I mean giving her actual storylines, which I think they're teasing her and Rhea Ripley down the line. Not right away, but down the line. I hope they give her storylines. I hope they give her matches, and I hope they treat her like they would any other champion. Unfortunately, we've been in situations like this where not everybody gets treated the same way. So I'm really hoping, fingers crossed, that it all works out for Stephanie if she does indeed win the title, which I'm thinking she will. Alrighty, next up we have the Usos versus Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed. This one here is not a match that I'm really excited about. I love Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker and the Usos and all of them, but I just feel like a lot of the matches that we've been seeing on Monday Night Raw, a lot of the tag team matches have felt a little flat. And even last night's match on Monday Night Raw, I didn't necessarily love at all, really. I've just been feeling like some of these, they just feel like there's no life in these matches. And I want there to be life in this group, especially with the vision with Braun and Bronson, because I'm such big fans of them. We know both of these guys are going to be the future. So I want to see, my favorite version of Braun and Bronson is the version that just like runs crazy all over everybody and is so violent and they're so mean. That's what I want to see. I want to see that version of these two guys all the time. So I hope Braun and Bronson get the win in a dominating fashion, or maybe not so much where they dominate all over the Usos, but I don't want I want it to be a competitive. I do want it to be a competitive match, but I want Braun and Bronson to really, really get the upper hand here and look like $1,000,000 because they need it. They really, really do need it. They have moments here and there where they look badass, but they need to keep the consistency going. And that's the reason I'm thinking that's what I want. And that's the reason I want to see what I want to see out of this match. Other than that, I'm really not expecting anything too crazy. I know there's been this lingering situation with LA Knight and Jey Uso, who's going to turn heel. Is one of them turning heel? However, I don't want to see LA Knight get involved in this match. Alrighty, next up is the match a lot of people are really, really looking forward to, my friends, and that is CM Punk and AJ Lee versus Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch. Now, this is one that has been my favorite storyline in WWE right now. I love this storyline. Every time they do promos, anytime there's anything involving these four individuals, I am locked in to Monday Night Raw or SmackDown, whatever, following the story. I say SmackDown because AJ Lee made her return on SmackDown, even though this story has been going down on Raw. Anyways, either way, I am locked in with this. I have thought that this story has just been phenomenal with the way they brought back AJ Lee. I was so on board with the way that they did it, which was basically telling us without telling us. And we followed the clues, we followed the yellow brick road, and we did get to see the wizard. So, anyways, with Becky Lynch, and she's just been doing tremendous work. I think she's being great in this position. She's pissing you off, but she's also making you laugh. It's so good. AJ Lee, you're excited for her. You're ready to see her get in there, get in the ring, all of that. There's so many different elements to this that people are excited about. One of the predictions that I've been seeing kind of go around this one, and I'm on board with it, is a lot of people want to see Becky Lynch take like a GTS or something. I'm for it. I am for it. I want to see it. I don't know that they'll actually do it, but I'm for it, and I would want to see it. I think Becky Lynch taking a GTS would be a very interesting, and it would have people being like, "Oh shit!" Like that big kind of a moment right there. But also, I do believe AJ Lee will get the pin for her team. And I think she'll obviously be pinning, obviously, Becky Lynch. I shouldn't even say I think. She obviously is. She would pin Becky Lynch. Can you imagine her pinning Seth Rollins? All right. Anyways, AJ Lee pins Becky Lynch in this match is my prediction to basically start setting up that Intercontinental Championship matchup that they are presumably going to have. I think they will have that match, so that's why I'm going to go ahead and say that she pins Becky. So for the most part, I'm excited about this match. I love the story, and that's what I think will come out of the actual moment. Next up, we have Cody Rhodes and Drew McIntyre for the undisputed WWE Championship. So for those of you who watch any of my post shows, you guys know I am always rooting for Drew McIntyre. I want this guy to be undisputed WWE champion. I always want to say Universal, but anyways, I always forget which U is it. Is it undisputed? Is it Universal? I always forget. Anyways, I want to see Drew McIntyre eventually get that strap. I really, really do. However, it still doesn't feel like the moment is going to happen just yet. I think Cody Rhodes, well, first of all, he just got the title back and he was kind of gone for a bit considering that he just had another baby. So, and he's doing other outside projects. So that's why I thought, okay, well, clearly Cody Rhodes just really got the title back. So let's see what he's going to do with it, his second run. I think Drew McIntyre is an awesome opponent. I think this will be a great match. I'm actually more so looking forward to the body of the match than anything else in regards to this. I don't know if Randy gets involved somehow. So I guess I'll throw that idea out there, but I'm not really expecting much from this other than a straightforward Cody Rhodes win. I would be shocked if Drew McIntyre won, but I would be screaming like over the moon. I would be very excited, but I'm gonna go with the more straightforward idea. I'm more of a realist, guys. I don't start dreaming up all of these fantasies and predictions. That's just not me. I'm more grounded in my expectations. So I'm sorry if I'm not like, oh, and then Randy Orton's gonna come down from the rafters and he's gonna RKO Cody Rhodes and Drew McIntyre at the same time and send them spinning into the audience, and then money's gonna fall down. It's not what I do. I'm more grounded in my expectations when it comes to pro wrestling. All right. So the last and final match that we got to get into is John Cena and Brock Lesnar. This is obviously, a match that we've seen before. In fact, the last time that John Cena and Brock Lesnar were in the same ring together in a match, according here to good old cage match, is Royal Rumble 2015 when they were in a triple threat with Seth Rollins. The last time they had a one-on-one match was Night of Champions 2014 when John Cena defeated Brock Lesnar. It's been a long time, guys. It's been a long time since these two have wrestled. So that'll be, something of a nostalgia factor for a lot of fans, which I'm sure they will definitely enjoy. And as for what I'm expecting for this match, of course, John Cena for the W. That's what I'm expecting there. I don't know if we get an indication as to who his next opponent is going to be coming off of this match. Some people have thrown out the suggestion of Gunther returning and maybe confronting John Cena. I would love to see something like that. So I guess I'll go ahead and steal that prediction, but I'm also really not that sure. I'll be real with you guys. I feel like every time I thought I knew what was going to happen with John Cena in his last run of his farewell tour, it seems like it's always the polar opposite of what I expect. So I don't even know what to predict with this anymore. I'm still thinking his last opponent's going to be AJ Styles. I threw out the idea of it being Drew McIntyre at one point, but now I'm really not too sure. I know people still want to see him and Dominic Mysterio. I was hoping we kind of got that on Monday Night Raw. I thought there was a really big opening for that to happen, but it really didn't. I know some people want to see him and Braun Breaker, but guys, we are winding down this time clock here. So at this point, I just don't know what we're going to get. Of course, John Cena still has, I believe, 6 more appearances left, something like that. Let me double check. Okay, I double checked and I actually did post about this on Facebook. So where we're at, these are the final dates for John Cena. We have him at Wrestlepalooza. That's one. Then he's going to be on the November 10th edition of WWE Raw. That's the Boston show. And then he's going to be on WWE Raw in New York, November 17th. And then he's going to be at Crown Jewel, October 11th in Perth, Australia. And then November 29th, that is the Survivor Series here in San Diego. And then finally, December 3rd, which will be his last show, Saturday night's main event, his last match, his last everything. So those are the last and final dates that we are going to be seeing John Cena in. So I presume that they're going to use both editions of those Raws to maybe build up who his opponent will be for Crown Jewel. And of course, his last opponent, and then Survivor Series. I'm kind of expecting him to be like thrown in somehow to like a War Games match or something. I don't know. I'm still expecting War Games to be CM Punk and Team CM Punk versus Team Seth Rollins. So maybe that'll shake out. I don't know. But those are the dates at where we're at and what is left. So anyways, those are my simple, straightforward, realistic, grounded opinions for Wrestlepalooza. Let me know what you guys think. Of course, I'll be here to chat about the review and what actually went down on the show. But let me know what your predictions are in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video, please do not forget to subscribe to this channel for more daily pro wrestling content. And thank you guys so much for your support as always. And happy Wrestlepalooza. Bye, everyone.